Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel Script Sense. Today we are embarking on a very exciting journey, our Python programming masterclass. In this course we won't just be learning how to code, we will be mastering the art of logic. Python is one of the most powerful and beginner-friendly languages in the world today, and my goal is to help you become an expert in it. So, whether you are taking your very first step into the world of programming or looking to take your coding skills to the next level, this video series is designed specifically for you. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Script Sense for more amazing content. Without wasting any time, let's get started. Welcome to the world of code. In 2026, programming is no longer just for engineers, it's a superpower for creators, analysts, and problem solvers. Learning to code means learning to think in solutions, and Python is your fastest path in. But why Python? Let's look at 3 key reasons. First, it's in demand. Python is the #1 most used language worldwide, making it a must-know skill in today's tech landscape. Second, it's beginner-friendly. Its readable syntax means you can focus on building logic rather than getting stuck in complex syntax errors. And finally, it makes you career-ready. Learning Python opens doors to high-growth fields like AI, data science, web development, and automation. With Python, you aren't just learning a language, you're building a future. What is Python? So, what exactly is Python? Python is a high-level interpreted programming language created by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Its core philosophy is simple. It prioritizes code readability and simplicity, making it the perfect first language for beginners. Let's break down what makes Python so special. Simple syntax. Python reads almost like plain English, which means you spend less time worrying about brackets and more time solving problems. Massive community. With millions of developers worldwide, you'll find endless tutorials, forums, and support whenever you get stuck. Rich libraries. From data analysis with pandas and NumPy to AI with TensorFlow, Python has a library for almost everything. Cross-platform. Whether you are on Windows, Mac, or Linux, Python runs seamlessly everywhere. In short, Python is versatile, powerful, and incredibly easy to learn. Python powers the real world. Now, you might be wondering, is Python just for learning or does it actually do something in the real world? The answer is that Python is the backbone of the technology we use every single day. Let's take a look at how some of the world's biggest names rely on it. First, let's talk about Google. The world's largest search engine relies heavily on Python to run its complex search algorithms and advanced AI systems. Every time you hit search, Python is working behind the scenes to deliver those results. Next, we have Netflix. Have you ever wondered how Netflix knows exactly which show you'll enjoy next? Their famous recommendation engine, which suggests personalized content just for you, is powered almost entirely by Python. And NASA's right there too. For space exploration and high-level scientific calculations, Python is their go-to tool. From analyzing massive amounts of data to running rocket simulations, Python acts like a superpower for their engineers. Finally, our favorite, Instagram. Did you know that Instagram's entire back-end logic and its massive infrastructure were built using Python? This is what keeps your experience smooth, fast, and reliable even with billions of users. As you can see, Python isn't just a programming language, it is the engine driving our modern world. From search engines to space exploration, it truly is everywhere, setting up in your first code. Now that we know the power of Python, it's time to get your hands dirty and set up your environment. Getting started is easier than you think, and it only takes 3 simple steps. Step 1. Download Python. Head over to the official website python.org and download the latest version for your operating system. This is the engine that will run your code. Step 2. Install an editor. While you can write code in a basic text file, using a professional editor makes life much easier. I recommend VS Code, but PyCharm or Jupyter are also excellent choices. These tools help you highlight errors and organize your projects. Step 3. Write and run. Once your editor is ready, you are set to write your very first script and see it come to life. Speaking of your first script, look at the code on the right side of the screen. By typing print, welcome to Script Sense. You are using the print function. In Python, this function is used to display output on the screen. It is officially your very first step into talking to the computer. Congratulations. You've just moved from being a spectator to a programmer. Let's keep this momentum going. Variables and data types. Now that we've written our first line of code, let's talk about how Python handles information using variables and data types. Think of a variable as a container that stores data for later use. One of the best things about Python is that it detects the type of data automatically, so you don't need to worry about complex declarations. Let's look at the 4 most common data types you'll use. First, we have the integer. These are whole numbers like the example age equals 20. Use these whenever you are dealing with counts or ages. Next is the string. This is used for text data. Whenever you write text in Python like name equals student, you must wrap it in quotation marks. Then we have the float. Floats are used for decimal numbers such as price equals 10.5. These are essential for precise calculations like currency or measurements. And finally, the Boolean. This represents a simple logic choice, true or false. In our example, is_learning equals true tells the computer a specific condition is met. But what if you want to get data from the person using your program? That's where the input function comes in. By using the code at the bottom, you can ask a user for their name and store it directly into a variable. Understanding these basics is like learning the alphabet of coding. Once you master these, you can start building much more complex logic. Operators and conditional logic. Now that we understand data, it's time to learn how to manipulate it and make decisions. In programming, we do this using operators and conditionals. First, let's look at the 3 main types of operators you will use. Arithmetic operators. These are your basic math tools like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. They allow your program to perform calculations just like a calculator. Comparison operators. These are used to compare 2 values. For example, checking if one number is greater than, less than, or exactly equal to another. This is the foundation of digital logic. Logical operators. Using and, or, and not, you can combine multiple conditions to create more complex rules for your code. But the real magic happens with conditional logic. Conditionals allow your program to choose a path based on the data it receives. Take a look at the code example on the right. By using an if-else statement, we can tell the computer, if the age is 18 or older, print that they are an adult. Otherwise, print that they are a minor. This ability to make decisions is what transforms a simple script into an intelligent application. It's like giving your code a brain to think and react to different situations. Loops and data structures. As we move deeper into Python, we encounter 2 concepts that handle the heavy lifting: loops and data structures. First, let's talk about automation through loops. The for loop. This is used when you want to repeat an action a specific number of times. In our example, for I in range 5, tells the computer to run the code 5 times, perfect for tasks like processing a list of items. The while loop. This loop keeps running as long as a certain condition remains true. As seen in the code, it will continue counting until the condition is no longer met. This is ideal for tasks where you don't know exactly how many repetitions you'll need. Next, we have data structures, which are specialized ways of organizing and storing data. Lists. Think of a list as a flexible collection. You can store multiple items, like our example of fruits, and access them easily using their position. Tuples and sets. Tuples are ordered and unchangeable, making them great for data that should stay constant. Sets, on the other hand, are unordered and automatically remove any duplicates. Dictionaries. These allow you to store data in key-value pairs, much like a real-life dictionary. As you can see, we can store a student's name and roll number together in one organized variable. Mastering these tools allows you to write efficient code that can handle massive amounts of information with ease. Functions, modules, and error handling. To wrap up our technical foundations, we need to look at how to organize our code and make it reliable. We do this through functions, modules, and error handling. Functions. These are reusable blocks of code that perform a specific task. As you see in the def greet example, instead of writing the same code over and over, you can define it once and simply call it whenever you need it. This keeps your scripts clean and efficient. Modules. You don't always have to start from scratch. Python allows you to import pre-written code called modules to save time. For instance, by importing the math module, you can instantly use complex mathematical operations like calculating a square root with just one line of code. Error handling. Even the best programmers run into bugs. To prevent your program from crashing when something goes wrong, we use try and except blocks. In our example, if the code tries to divide by 0, which is mathematically impossible, the except block catches the error and displays a friendly message instead of letting the entire program fail. By combining these 3 elements, you can build applications that are not only powerful and organized but also incredibly stable and user-friendly. Python, your gateway to the future. As we conclude this introduction, it is important to remember that Python is more than just a programming language. It is your gateway to the future of technology. It serves as the foundation for the most exciting fields in the industry today. AI and machine learning. With Python, you can build intelligent systems using powerful frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch. Data science. You can transform raw information into insights by analyzing and visualizing data with industry standards like Pandas and NumPy. Automation. Python allows you to script repetitive tasks, such as file renaming and web scraping, saving you hours of manual work. Mastering Python doesn't just teach you how to code, it opens up endless career opportunities in web development and beyond. Thank you so much for learning with Script Sense. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like and share this video. Most importantly, make sure to subscribe for more coding logic and tech tutorials. See you in the next one.